It's time to chill out, get your coffee, and get your slip on. This is the Fortean Slip Daily Dose.
Oh, that kid went on a fucking hoot of a fucking adventure. No, trust me, that drug would fucking make you, like, go further than you've ever gone in a masturbatory rage.
And then they see this UFO or whatever it is, this diamond-shaped thing. So, and then 3 helicopters come whizzing in and everything takes off.
I don't know if I buy it, motherfucker. Did Bigfoot come out and tickle somebody's balls? Alright, you hooligans. Fortean Slip Daily Dose starts now. Hello, and welcome to the Fortean Slip Daily Dose, episode 11. I took a magic carpet ride with Timothy Leary. Today, I look at hallucinogenics, and are they gateways to the mind? Do they just fuck you up? They make you see some pretty wacky shit. I personally have never done peyote or any of the what I would call hardcore hallucinogens like DMT. Have heard accounts of them. My experience is limited to LSD. Or not really LSD. Well, I guess it wouldn't be LSD what I wound up taking. Acid. I don't know if it was LSD. Probably not. And mushrooms, which I really thoroughly enjoy. Have not done them in a very long time. It's one of. I find hallucinogens to be not something that you do to have fun. They aren't, to me, they aren't a drug that I will take to go party on. I used to, back in the day, used to think it was fucking great. A bunch of us would get together and all get mushrooms and sit around and get all fucked up and, ooh, yeehaw. But as time went on, it became more of a time of introspection. Anybody who knows anything about hallucinogenic drugs and the quote-unquote trip, it tends to strip you down. It tends to strip you bare. It tends to make you look at yourself. It tends to take away the parts of your brain that protect you from yourself and just make you... It really leaves you very vulnerable a lot of times. And some people aren't prepared for that. I had friends who I watched just literally fucking crawl into the fetal position after taking mushrooms because they couldn't fucking handle it. And I had to talk people down through nights of just tripping their bag off. Anybody who's ever done acid is known many times of, I'm sure, talking friends down through fucking hellaciously long trips, because acid was always a 12-hour fucking ride, and as far as I knew, like, any time I had ever taken it, like I said, I don't believe in any stretch of the imagination that I was taking LSD. I don't know what that was. I know I tripped my bag off. I know I saw shit. I know it lasted for fucking a long time, and I know at the end of it, I usually wanted to claw my fucking eyes out. Mostly because I just I couldn't sleep. I would take it the night before and just be up all night into the next morning. So those experiences were never really all that much fun for me. I had a few that were with friends where I would hang out, as long as you had people around. But the minute you were by yourself, wee doggy. Mushrooms, on the other hand, I had a lot more fun on. And it got to a point, I had a friend, and we were roommates at one point, and we always used to call it talking to God. And like every once in a while, we would pick up some mushrooms and we'd sit around, and that's what we called it, talking to God. It's just an interesting, introspective look at yourself. We would always have a musical playlist and go through, and it always, for some reason, like it always seemed like it was right the midway through the mushroom trip. The songs were just perfect. Like it was supposed to be. But it never seemed that way in the beginning. Tripping on mushrooms is a very strange thing. It has I think for me there was always a little bit of anxiety with it, but yet this just elation and this euphoria, and then this wanting to get back to where you had that understanding. But is that some, like I said, gateway to the mind, or is that some opening of the third eye, or look at the universe in an unfiltered way? I don't really know. I know that being on mushrooms especially, I always felt more connected to things, like connected to the world, connected to the people around me, especially the people that, if I was doing mushrooms with other people, there always seemed to be, especially with, like, if it was a big group of people, it was usually only a couple of people, but you would have people that you would be kind of on the same groove, or the same, you would feel and experience the same types of things. I'll never forget talking down one of my friends one night, and there were two of us talking him down. We were sitting on the floor. We were actually laying on the floor, and we were like passing a joint back and forth between us, and one of us dropped it, and I can't remember which one, but the distance, which was very short between the two of us, just looked like this humongous fucking chasm between the two of us, and we both kind of experienced that same thing at the same time. So that's the experience I had. What was it? Were we having a shared experience? Was that shared consciousness? I don't know, but it was pretty fucking cool. But back then, most of the time, I did that just to fucking party. Like, I was just trying to fucking get fucked up. And a lot of times it backfired. I'll never forget one time we all got together to do mushrooms, and we were playing Doom at the time. I think it was Doom 2. Yeah, Doom 2. And there's this one level on Doom 2 you're in this room, and there's a cyber demon outside, and you got to kill all these fucking other head demons, I think they are. And then you go after the cyber demon, and you can hear him walking around, like, and it gets faint, and then it comes up. And this is old style, computer stuffs. Well, actually, it was on PlayStation that we played it. But so the sound wasn't all that great. But at the time, we were like, this is fucking awesome. So we decided, hey, let's get some mushrooms. We get the big widescreen TV. We get the PlayStation. We've got Doom 2. We'll fucking play the Cyber Demon, level, or whatever we want to play, But that was what we wanted to play. And then we all got fucking just rate cranking on the fucking shrooms and started sitting down, and not a single one of us could play the fucking game. We couldn't handle it. It wasn't that we couldn't sit there and play the game. Like I remember when I was playing, like, I got out of the room, the Cyber Demon came at me, and I had to throw the controller. So... But, and then, like I said, later on in life, it became more of an introspective thing. When I would do mushrooms, I would kind of just, it became more of a meditative thing. I would just kind of listen to music and go with it and let it take me where it would. But I don't know what it is. I know that it's a fun ride. It's like a fucking roller coaster, I guess. But to me, it it begs philosophical questions as far as how my mind will question things when I'm in that state. I've had people say to me when they're on mushrooms that things seem like they make complete fucking sense. Like they'll have like a complete understanding of things, and then as they come down, they can't even grasp it. Like they can't, like for some reason they were able to grasp it while they were fucked up. Or were they fucked up? That is the question. But I've heard that from a lot of people, that when you're on them, you have this, understanding, but when you come down, that understanding kind of fades. It's still kind of there, like you can almost make out the words on the page, and you know that it's there, and you know that those words are what you need, but you can't quite make them out anymore. And I always had, I never had any really terrifying experiences on mushrooms. I had some anxiety-ridden episodes, and I had some that really kind of tore me down and made me reevaluate myself. But I think for the better. I don't think it was an experience that, tore me down and then, drove me into depression or anything. It built me up in a way. But I've said to many people over the years, if you're thinking about doing them, sit down and think some more. Do you really want to take a real good look at yourself? Because at some point when you're doing them, you're gonna. It's just, I think it's a inevitability with them. They tend to just take that stuff away, and it can be a good time. It really can, if you're willing to go with it and let it just ride and don't fight it. But too many people get lost in being scared, and they let that anxiety take control of where the trip is taking them, I guess, is the wording you would use. Kind of hate the vernacular, but it is what it is. So, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know that it's us having a better look at the reality that we see. I don't know if it's an opening of the mind. I really don't know. I do know that mushrooms increase your visual acuity. That is proven. Like especially in small quantities, it like really increases it helps your vision. And then, of course, large quantities, you see wacky shit. And I've never really seen anything so outside the box when I've been tripping on mushrooms or on acid that has, been like scarred me as far as a vision of something. Like I've never really seen anything like that. But I've had some pretty cool experiences where, like I said, it's just that it takes you away and you get lost in it. And is it the right thing to do? I don't know. I really don't know. I know shamans have been doing it for fucking forever. For much longer than any of us have been doing it in the modern age. And they called it fucking spirit quests. And, to them it was talking to their gods. So I guess, we were kind of right in a way. But what is it? I really can't say. I just know that as far as being able to take a good look at myself as a person, which I've always wanted to be able to do, and I'm horrible at it. I'm deplorable. I mean, I was a horrible fucking drug addict for a long time. I couldn't face who I was or see what I was for, or see the forest for the trees. All I saw was fucking prescription drugs. Give me them pills. Ye fucking ha. But I don't know. And I just know that it really did. There were some times on especially on mushrooms. Well, definitely on mushrooms, because the acid trips were way more. Anytime I had fun, it was just fun with friends. And anytime it was bad, I was by myself, which was only a couple times, and it really sucked. But being on mushrooms, it really helped me to look at myself and change. I know one of the last times that I had done them, I really took a good look at myself, and it turned me around and made me realize, okay, yeah, you're not exactly fucking living your life to a good standard right now. Thankfully so, because, had I traveled down that path of pill addiction, I may be dead. I don't know. But can I say that mushrooms are what saved me? I know they made me take a good look at myself at that point, when I was at a real low point. And if not, maybe I wouldn't have. So I don't know. But I do know that I've had some pretty interesting experiences on them. Like I said, I've never experienced peyote. I've never gone with the DMT. I have found it to be a positive, introspective look at myself, but I don't think it's for everybody. I want to stress that. I don't at all think it's for everybody. This has been the Fortean Slip Daily Dose, episode 11. I went on a magic carpet ride with Timothy Leary. If you like this shit, hit the like button, subscribe, say something. If you don't like it, feel free to hit the little fucking thumbs down button. Leave you a little shitty comment. I will be back tomorrow with something different. I don't know what yet.